This week we are spending 1,000 Rand on groceries to feed our family of 5. By the end of this video, we'll share a full meal plan, grocery restock, and everything we are doing to get ready for back to school. And I'll show you exactly how I make it work without overspending. Hi budgeting moms and dads, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Thandie and I share how our family manages money so we can live the life that we want at any income level. If you enjoy this video, I'll link our latest grocery video and our latest family budget in the description below. Subscribe so you don't miss next week's Pick and Pay versus Checkers price comparison. Let's get straight into it. So this is what I bought this week, and majority of the stuff are for lunches, are for school lunches since it's back to school. And I sort of do my meal planning here. Like I said before, I checked what we currently have available, then I buy whatever additional that I need for the week, and then this is my meal plan. So basically the coming Monday we'll have leftovers, then Tuesday is pasta and mince. So I bought the mince and we've got pasta. And oh yes, I remember now, I am gonna create my own pasta sauce. I thought I had forgotten to put the pasta sauce. And then on Wednesday we're gonna have leftover pasta. And then I bought the sourdough. I'm either going to make garlic bread with it or something. And we'll have that. And then Thursday we have chicken roast. And then Friday is leftovers. And then we've got the lentils and peas from previous groceries. And then Sunday is the beef stew that we have, and then I create my shopping list here, and then I'll buy accordingly. And basically I've added chicken nuggets for lunches. I've added these blueberries for the snacks that I'm gonna make, and then I've got the mince for the pasta and mince, and then obviously the sourdough bread, and then this is also for the snack or dessert that I'm gonna make. These go together, and then I got some biltong for the week. I'm gonna create my own pasta sauce, so I'm gonna use the basil. Then I bought these two, they were on special, so this will be for next week, and then this will be for the week after, and then same here for next week and the next after. My 7-year-old takes this, and then my 14-year-old takes this, and then next week they'll just share these. And then I also got some bread. We are going into the last week of the month because I close my month end on the 25th. Which means we have just one more week of the month. So let me show you what we have left and how we plan to use it for the next week, and what will be left to be used for our low spend August. Come, let's go through it. Okay, so this is not in any particular order. So here I sort of have just a lot of snacks, like school stuff I can use for school snacks. So I've got a bunch of those, and I've got some chips. And then I've got one bottle of custard. I've got one almond milk. I think I'm going to use this to bake something. I've got 2 of these Raybers, so I'm not going to need to buy tea in August. I've got some peanut butter. And then I've got this bottle of flavored water. If I recall, the kids never liked it, but I'm going to try and leave it out in the fridge and see if anyone bites. This coffee will probably be used August and probably September, because I'll show you we still have like half a bottle of coffee. And then these bags will probably last us, bean bags will last us through August. We just normally throw this in the cappuccinos or coffees instead of sugar. And then these will probably also last through August. And I'm not gonna open this box of cornflakes this week, so we're definitely gonna use this box in August. And generally the kids eat cornflakes when I'm unable to make breakfast. It probably would last us the month of August, or we might end up buying additional, just depending on how the month goes and how the weeks goes. And then we still have all the pasta that we bought, because we still had some when we bought this pasta. So for this week we'll probably make 2 of these, and then we'll be left with 2 for August. So I'll probably buy a little bit more. We've got these 2 puff pastry and short crust pastry. I actually haven't used this one before, but I'm gonna try and use both of these today. I'm also gonna use this Easy Mix today. And then the kids take rainbows and my husband takes the Glen, so this should be enough for the whole of August. A lot of you actually made comments about the number of soft drinks that we bought. This is actually probably from the month of May, if I remember. So just because I'm buying it when it's on special doesn't mean we're using all of it. We're probably going to use up this on Sunday. The bright pap is going to be useful in August. And then also these canned goodies, most of them will be used in August. I'm not going to be using, I'm going to use these tomato cans today. And then the cheese bread will be used during the week for lunches. And then I need to make efforts to use these. So I'm going to add them into the recipes for like soups before winter finishes. I need to get through as much as we can of these. I just keep buying but haven't really focused on making them, so I need to do that. And then you remember these from the groceries, so we've got these two, and these are from the macro shop, so we still got a box of this. We've got Raja, we've got chicken stock, and then we also have another spice, can't remember. And then I got this mayo. I normally buy the blue one down here, but this was on special, so we've got that. It's probably going to be used this Sunday. And then we've got chutney. We've got, you can see, for August we probably don't need tomato sauce and chutney. And then if I come this side, we're definitely not going to need to buy rice for August. And then I might actually end up adding 1 or 2 sugars. This milk will last us the whole of the coming week. This is from the macro purchase. So it lasted us 2 months. I'm going to refill the sugar thing. I really still don't know how we're eating. I mean, how we're eating this much sugar, because the only thing it's sugar worth is coffee, right? And like I said, sometimes I'm just using marshmallows. Anyway, then we still have oats, and then we still have wheat bakes, so we're definitely not getting any of that bought. And then let's look at the meat, on what we have on the meat. Okay, so this is everything from the freezer, and like you can see, we haven't even begun to get through the meat we bought at month end. And budgeting moms, doubling up for me really helps so much. I cook 1 meal for 2 days. Like I cook Sundays and we eat Sunday and Monday, and I cook Tuesday and we eat Tuesday and Wednesday. And I'm not saying it's perfect, and I'm not saying it's going to work for everybody, but it does 2 things for us. It saves us on the budget, plus I'm not on the pot, or we're not by the stove cooking every day. So we still have some skinny fries, and then we have actually 1 full packet and half a packet, and we might do these tonight, because I know we've got chicken wings we ate from yesterday, so I might add the chips to the chicken wings with like a veg. And then we also have these peas that I'm gonna use in the meal preparation. We've got 1 full chicken. Actually, where's the other one? We've got 2. Let me check this freezer here. So we've got 2 chicken packets. This one we will eat during this coming week, and then this one will fall into the August budget. This is brisket. This is definitely falling into August. The roast is going to fall into August, and the short ribs are definitely going to fall. Stew I'm going to make for Sunday and Monday, and then it's the chicken for Thursday and Friday. And then I will do the lentils or the mince for the remainder. Yeah, so this is then everything that is still remaining from the previous groceries. Our helpers on leave, so I also had a lot of household work that I needed to do. So I put up the laundry, and then I put the dishes in the dishwasher, and then washed whatever doesn't go in the dishwasher before I can carry on and start making meals. So I'm starting with the first snack. I'm gonna make these and try and make them high protein. So I'm adding this vanilla yogurt. So normally I'll just add it, but I also have this yogurt that I want to use up. So I'm going to mix them up. Boiling water. So I'm just going to use 2 of these. I'm going to put a big spoon of this high in protein. And then I'm going to add the vanilla one. And I'm just going to put it in the fridge to set. It was too watery, that's why it still sort of shows, but it's fine, it will set. But this blended in well. I've also decided to make all bran muffins for the week, but I'm not making the full 24. I'm only making half the packet, which is going to be 12. I also added some raisins to add some variation. I usually just use the premix because it's fast. So I move on to prepping the meal for Tuesday and Wednesday. And generally I will cook my Sunday dinner and then prep 2 days worth of meal for during the week. And then also prep some snacks and dessert for the week. So like the muffins and the yogurt jelly. I'll just like pancakes, waffles, whatever we're doing that week. But I'll prep something for snacks or dessert. And then also for 2 days in the week. So Tuesday and Wednesday is going to be pasta and mint. I'm going to freeze this and then just put it in the oven with macaroni on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, I will add the bread. So now we're going to do the Takealot unboxing. So in preparation for back to school, I made a few orders. First things first, I ordered ink so I can print out whatever I need to get ready for back to school. And then I ordered these. This is gonna be my son's back to school gift. And I actually still need to go grab something for my daughter because I couldn't find what I want online. So I'm gonna go physically look for it. What's the time? Let me check what the time is. It's 4:38, so if I can leave by 5 or 5:30, I think I should be fine. So I'm gonna just put these in here. So both of them are gonna receive their gifts tomorrow. And then in this box, okay. So in this box I got some pigs. And then I got my face wash and my face sunscreen. And this is my hair stuff. And then I also got, oh no, this is a conditioner. Okay, I got my daughter a detangling conditioner. I didn't realize it was a conditioner. But I should also have a spray. I hope I have a spray. Okay, so I do also have a detangling spray for her. I also have some hair food. And actually, the reason I'm smelling it is I'm highly sensitive to smell. So I'm really praying that we can use these. Otherwise, just her being close to me or her hair touching me will get me sick. Then I also got this oil moisturizer for myself, and then I got 2 hand washes for the bathroom and then our bathroom. My daughter's not here, so I would love to surprise her with a room, with the small room update. And I'm actually organizing the room, so I'm going through every drawer and taking out all unnecessary things, removing anything that is small or she's no longer wearing, so that she can start the term fresh. So I'm going through everything, just folding the clothes. Like I said, our helper was on leave, so and also the kids were on holiday, so she played a lot in her room. So just putting in some organization. And if she was at home, she'd be helping with this, and it would actually go much faster because she pretty much knows what to do. And then I found this skateboard under there, and it doesn't belong to her, it belongs to her brother. And then also when it comes to toys, the rule is that if it's broken, you can't keep it. So I'm removing all the broken toys from the toy boxes. And also my son, from when he was little, he tried to preserve his toys as much as he can, because anything that's broken, you cannot keep it. And then after the cleaning, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave her back to school gift in her room. And then I'll also do the same for my son. But I'm actually not going to share my son's room because he's not here to give me the permission to do it. Unlike my daughter, because he's a teenager, I think he also values privacy. I also changed the curtains so she could get a different feel of the room, and the final product looked beautiful. But before I show you the final product, we also vacuumed the room so that it can be clean, and there it is. Packing and restocking the fridge and pantry is no child's play, and I was feeling it here. So these are the two snacks for the week. And then this is Tuesday and Wednesday's dinner. This is Tuesday and Wednesday's dinner, and all I'm going to cook is the pasta. So I am off to the shops to get some items for my daughter for back to school, a little gift, and then also add on to the stationery like I mentioned. So where's my other phone? Okay, I'm just gonna add a bit of red lipstick and then run out. And let's get this off also. So we are back. I ended up just going at Westpac, and I got everything that I want. Let me take you through what I got from Westpac. Let's first start. So I got some cling wrap, and then I got this from my daughter. So it's a little purse and a watch for back to school. And then I also got this water bottle for back to school. And I got a reading book for her for back to school. And then I also have these muffin cups because I'm going to be making muffins. This is my lipstick. You must have wondered why the meat was not in small portions. It's because we were out of freezer bags. So I got some freezer bags. And then, how many are these inside? These are like 100. Where else if I bought them at Pick and Pay, it would have been like 25 for the same amount. And then I also got, even though she's got one, I thought this was so cute. And because it was 25 rand, I bought it anyway. So she's going to love this. And then my daughter eats glue. Just kidding. But she does use glue like crazy. So I got her normal prickly, but I also want to try out this cheap one and see if she could possibly use it, because it's not like for school or anything. She just uses it for like home projects. Let me get my bag down. What I'm gonna do now, before I do anything else, I'm gonna prepare dinner, because what time is it? It's 6:30. So I'm gonna prepare dinner. Like I said, we had wings from yesterday. I got some buns. I got some buns from Woolworths after we went to Westpac. And then we also got ourselves a little treat. We got ourselves a little treat, so we got a little cake. We've just had such a busy 2 weeks. And this is gonna be the last evening that we spend, just the two of us, myself and my husband, because the kids are not here, and my daughter ended up not coming back today, so she's gonna come back tomorrow. Even though they were away for a few days, work has been so hectic, we weren't able to take the time. But today we're gonna take the time and have ourselves a treat. So yeah, let me get started on dinner. I just need to put the chips in the air fryer, and that's it. While I was waiting for the chips in the air fryer, I decided to go ahead and start organizing stationery and make sure that the kids have everything they need for school. And I was actually checking their individual space cases or pencil bags just to double check they've got everything. And obviously, if they were home, they would be checking their own pencil bags. And then I'm also making sure our family binder is ready for the term. So I have where I put the to-do list and the kids' homeworks, and then just a bunch of things in there. And as we also gonna be planning for our anniversary getaway, we're gonna put the planning documents in there, just so we are all aware and on the same page, and it's transparent. This is one of my favorite things to keep, even though I don't always get a chance to update it. But I just love having one and just being able to use one and knowing that there's a central place where everybody can go and find out. I also have lunch ideas on this file, so when I can't think of lunches or whatever, I can just look through here and pick a lunch and make that for the kids. I also keep these two plastic folders for the kids, one for Ania and one for Lwazi, to just make sure when they get stuff from school, we can keep it all together. And if something we need to refer to in the future, like exam timetables and sport timetables, we can just print and keep it here, and we know where to get it. The chips are ready and it is dinner time, so I'm gonna start up on plating the dinner. It's a Friday, so we're just having something very simple and very easy to do. And we are gonna call it a day after we've packed and done everything.
I wish I had the same delusion that I did when I was two, and didn't think that I could ruin anything at all. I could never fall. I wish I had that same conviction, convinced I never needed fixing. Yeah, that girl really knew her business. Where did she go? Yeah, she thought she could do anything, thought she could get anywhere. Confident she's number one, and if nothing, everybody's wrong. Used to be calm, now I can't remember how I used to do it. That I was a member of Confidence Club, cause that don't last forever.
I haven't had a chance to do this whole year, so I'm finally just getting it done. It's actually very late. I think it's already like past 9, so I am tired. But the more I get done today, the more time I have for my own things tomorrow. So I'm just putting the clothing labels on. I haven't done this in a while. I know you iron it on hot. Do not iron with the stem. Turn clothes inside out, peel I am just literally gonna cut a piece off here and use that. Okay, so this one is in.
Thandie. Thandie. Oka mo spoil mo wata ko na lena.
Man.
Rani.
Oh. He was telling me go to your shop with my mother. And my mother didn't buy her anything. And then Umkulu promised her something, but never felt that. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you on the next video.